What's up guys, I'm Bulkan playing Fishing Planet, completing the Quanchkin Exploration 2 mission. Check the description for some more information and timestamp so you can navigate through the video easier. Starting with the Swampy Open Space, this is where I can catch all the catfish I need, the Smallmouth Buffalo, even some Alligator Gar if I'm lucky enough. So first thing I did is show up the map here, and I wanted to mark the deep pockets around me, and this is where I'm gonna cast it for the catfish. You don't really have to do it, I just wanted to. Usually for the catfish you want to go to for the deeper places, so that's what I did, using different baits, shiners, medium cut bait. Yeah, so I'm gonna spread all my bottom setups around these deeper pockets and eventually get all the catfish, the flathead, the blue catfish, channel catfish, and smallmouth buffalo also very close here. And if I'm lucky enough, I may even end up catching alligator gar. For the alligator gar though, I need to cast it somewhere where it's shallow, and as far as possible, straight up as far as possible for the alligator gar, and again some shallow water with crawfish, for instance. Over here I'm still spreading my setups, trying to get it on the deep spots, and just because it's kind of interchangeable, I can get different species on the same spot. It's all about just trying until I get all the species I need. Here on the left, the first one I got was blue catfish, but also I can get channel catfish over here. Not sure about the flathead, but those two, the channel and the blue catfish for sure on that pocket over here. I use shiners, but you can go with cut baits, anything that will attract catfish really. And there it is, the first one from the list, blue catfish. You can see I'm missing the channel catfish on the list just because I caught it doing a different mission, but this is where I'm getting it again, the channel catfish, so I left it in the video. And like I said, it's all about just waiting until hooking all the species from the list. The catfish should not be that much of a problem. A trophy channel catfish, man, doesn't pay much. The catfish does it too bad. On the same place, exactly same place, with the crawfish and hook size 5, I ended up actually catching the flathead, and it was unique. The last 2 hours of the day usually are pretty good for some catfish, so, and it happened to be also peak hours for me. And with a strong setup, not much of a struggle for me. I was able to reel it out very fast and easy. Boom! It's unique flathead catfish, almost 30 kilograms, so that's done. And I was left with the smallmouth buffalo and the alligator gar. Now this is the same place. I just turn left, and you see this is the first spot I marked to the left, where the water is deeper, but I'm gonna cast it very close to the bushes, not in the deep water, but actually very close to the edge there. I wanted to try the semolina balls with some bottom fishing. I know the night crawlers with bobber work, but I wanted to see if I can get it on something else. And again, I tossed in my bobber setup with night crawlers, hook size 4, and it didn't take long. 30 meters out, next to the, depends where you set up shop really. It could be shorter distance or longer, but you see where it is. It's close to the bushes, and it's some fish is jumping usually over there too. So smallmouth buffalo, other fish is there too, some bass, white bass, spotted bass, some other species. So, and the last one left was alligator gar down south. This is most probably you've seen it already. So many guides out there with where to catch it and what to do, but I personally prefer night hours, peak hours, and bottom fishing. I can get it also on bobber, but it sure feels like bottom fishing is much faster. I get way more gar on the bottom fishing than I get on the bobber, and that's not because I'm using more rods. It's just even if to use one bottom and one bobber setup, I always end up catching more on the bottom. So keep this in mind. If you have to do it on the bobber, that's fine too. It's just you're gonna wait a little bit longer than that, but casting it 40 meters out, not straight up to the where the tree is, but a little bit to the right of it. It's very shallow water. Again, I didn't change my leaders here. I'm using 200 centimeters. Maybe it's not a good idea for shallow water. Maybe shorter leaders is better, but it still works, guys. So I ended up catching a nice good trophy alligator gar and completing the mission. It took me only 5 minutes. You see, I just placed my rods and the first bite came. Mission done, accomplished, trophy alligator gar. And the price for this mission is also good too. You will see, it's actually pretty neat. Here it is, frog popper, mission accomplished. I'm Bulkan, cheers and take care.